It is 2020 and we're still playing Evolve. What's going on, everybody? It's GhostRobo. Welcome back to another exciting round where Goliath reigns supreme, and he really utilizes his absolute rock destruction for a little bit of awesome domination. I'm actually going to do something really weird and crazy. I don't normally go a 3-1 starting setup, but that is what we are going to do. That is absolutely what we are going to do, and I'm going to try to make him just a dominant, absolutely vicious fighter. I'm going to try to do everything with incredible, just vicious, violent, active attack. I want everything to be about him dealing dominant damage, and that's what we're going to do. If you guys enjoy these videos, make sure to smash that like button. It's 2020. I started in 2010. I can officially say I've been doing YouTube in 2 different decades. I can officially say I've been doing YouTube across 10 different years. How psychotic is that? Who would have ever thunk? I started this thing off. I made a Medal of Honor video. It was terrible. I can't even like recognize myself in the video. I don't know what kind of voices I was trying to pull. And I made like a Kirby Wii U video, and I made some, like, the first real like game series I did was DC Universe Online, because I saw no one was playing it. I was like, I don't know, maybe this will be popular. And now we're playing Evolve 5 years in a row. Well, 6, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 6 in 6 calendar years. We're still hunting for the hurt. We're still moving this white tiger rock wielding domination station. I bet you never thought you'd be watching Evolve in 2020. I never thought I'd be making Evolve in 2020, and yet here we are, a game that it has no challenger. I really believe that. And spoiler, I made it my game of the decade. And rightfully so. Not just for the game that it is, not just for the incredible level of just absolute design mastery I feel is employed here, and creativity and uniqueness, but also for how it's impacted me and my life, and just the experiences I've had with you and the game. It's been absolutely remarkable. So a well-earned, well-deserved, like, you nailed it, Evolve. You absolutely killed the decade. Anyhow, we are trying to go and make sure that we show these hunters who the Rock King is. We cannot start the freaking year off, the decade off, with a loss. You know that's absolutely impossible. It's a big year for gaming. There's new consoles. There's going to be a whole lot of games. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to play Evolve in 2020, and if either way, actually, if you're going to play or if you're not going to play. Also, let me know your most anticipated game of the year. For me, it is a 3-pronged approach. It is something that it can't be satiated with just one title, because my most anticipated game is The Last of Us 2. Naughty Dog, like, they are the golden gemstone of the industry. They can do no wrong. I feel like if they make it, it's gonna, oh yikes! Remember when I said I wanted to start the year off with a win? Gonna be a little hard if Goliath plays like this. Anyhow, Rogue Val is really helping us out by getting eaten, so this may have worked out in our favor, where they got the early dome, but it actually, oh wow. And then Rogue Val with an amazing heal at just the right moment, coming in smart and clutch. I've got those rocks that you know I like, and she's up against the wall, which is not a good place to be. Tech Sergeant Hank is coming in, though, with a hard counter. We do get the down on Rogue Val, which is going to be huge for us. We're running out of armor, so we do need to be careful. I got to get this dome down. We're going to go straight after Maggie. The medic is back. Rogue Val is up and at him. Maggie is getting pushed from her familiars. Her friends are trying to follow, but Goliath is doing a great job of pushing her farther and farther out of the arena. A nice leap smash should get the job done. Where did she go? There she is, up in the air, and she's down. That's 2 strikes after a really unfavorable first dome, but we turned the tables and proved that 2020 is our year. Anyways, I feel like Naughty Dog are masters of their craft. After Irrational kind of dipped out of the arena, it's like Naughty Dog, they're the ones that I know anytime anything from them is coming out, it's going to be incredible. I think Sony Santa Monica could get there if their God of War 2, their second God of War 2, whatever they call the sequel to this recent amazing God of War. I think if it's as good as God of War or better, like, they then achieve that level of absolute mastery where, like, you know what they do is gonna be a work of freaking art. But how many developers can you say that about, where their game is, you know, it's going to be incredible. So that's The Last of Us 2, my most anticipated, coming out in May. But the reason I have 2 others is one, I'm so excited for next gen. I have no idea what it's going to bring. If it's going to bring a lot of ports, I'll be bummed. If it's going to bring a lot of like upgrades, oh, better graphics for Tsushima and Last of Us 2, I don't want that. But I feel like whatever Sony has to launch with the system as sort of their tentpole title is going to be one of the best games of the year. We know that Microsoft is bringing out the big guns, launching with Halo Infinite, which I think is going to be really interesting to see how they evolve that game and sort of build on the scope and scale of what they did recently and take it to a new level for a new console and being sort of the big kahuna for Xbox Series X. But then we also have to think Sony's got a counter to that. And I've heard rumors of Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I think that would be an absolutely amazing launch title, but who knows what they'll choose to do. Who knows where they'll go and what they'll have. So I think that's a second most anticipated game for me. And then third is honestly Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood from Turtle Rock, the future project that in theory is a culmination of what they've done in Left 4 Dead and Evolve. A new AAA zombie game with a multiplayer focus, building on what they've learned, and maybe even taking some flourishes and touches that we love in this game into another. Now the question is, will it release in 2020? Well, we haven't even seen a screenshot yet, so it's rough odds, but you have to imagine they want to get something out soon, and I think that some capacity it'll be playable. Maybe it won't be fully released, but I think it'll be playable this year, whether that's E3, a separate event. Who knows? I don't know if it's being prepped for next gen. I don't know if it got shifted to next gen. I don't know if they're determined to come out before next gen. But either way, I think we're going to know what Back 4 Blood is and going to get a chance to play it. Some people will. Here in 2020. And given what I said earlier about Evolve, and you know how I feel about this game, Back 4 Blood is something I'm insanely excited for. Goliath looks so good in his white tiger skin. I love how this is always the corner at Dam, right? We see this all the time, right? This is like the monkey corner. It's the Planet of the Apes over here. They just they can't figure out that the wall is not where they're supposed to be. But what I was saying is I love how his lava core is just shining through. The molten heart of this maniacal monster is busting through his thin skin, almost looking like some sort of machination on the Pacific Rim. But in fact, he's from Shear, and he will not be compared to robots whatsoever. We do have a tech sergeant to deal with who does like robots, so thank goodness not a robot, otherwise he may have been able to mind control me a bit. You don't want to deal with that at all. Now they've got it down on their medic and it down on their Trapper. Obviously Trapper has a lot less clout here in Stage 2 than in Stage 1, but Trapper's still an important role, especially Maggie, with what she's able to do. And I'm feeling really good. We do have a little bit of a health loss here, but Goliath is a big enough bar that a loss sometimes is a gain. If you can trade a health bar for a down pip, it's not so bad. Everybody coming in clutch again, and it's going to be a tough one because they're all kind of in the central location. And Parnell is going to be aggressive. Rogue Val is going to try and hide. Now, Rogue Val may make a mistake here that she regrets if she gets too far away from her teammates. Now, she does have her heal, and she's going to fully revive right there. But now, without anyone to kind of mitigate the damage or distract me or actually damage me in any way, I'm pushing her very well. If I can isolate her into a corner, it is a win for me. We earn the evolution, and we get a second strike on the Lady Val. She's no longer able to use her beam for good or bad. She can't use it at all. In fact, she is sleeping. That is a medic revive thanks to Parnell using his aggressiveness to his advantage. Tech Sergeant Hank is going to get flame broiled out of the air like a George Foreman grill in the summertime. It is 4th of July, and everybody is singing, unless you're named Hank, because he is currently hurting. Rogue Val may actually be dead here. This doesn't really do me any good unless I'm going to go for the kill here, but she prevents that from happening either way. She's like, hey, wasting your time on a 2-strike medic, I'm just going to revive myself and make sure that you don't get any gains. We got to get out of here before our health gets too low. We're set up quite nicely with downs on 3 of the 4 characters. Parnell is staying pristine, but that's just because he's Assault and we've chosen to ignore him. That's by design. Cookies by design. I used to like those a lot. I don't know if they were a Michigan thing or a Midwest thing or a nationwide thing, but they used to taste really good. I'm sure they probably taste not so great now. Things from yesteryear just don't have the same appeal. I've noticed that a lot. Granted, I have started to eat very healthy as time has progressed. And about age 12, I started on a health journey, if you will, eating organic, natural, gluten-free, no dairy, the works, and I've gotten a lot healthier, a lot happier. Now it's just second nature, but I feel like there are so many foods that I used to love that I don't know if foods in general and flavor profiles have just gotten better and stronger over the years. I don't know if my healthy body has just revamped how I feel about things. I'm sure that's to a certain extent. There's so many foods that I remember fondly, and I taste them like, yuck. That is absolutely disgusting, and should probably not be consumed or put inside my stomach. Goliath will put just about anything inside his stomach. We're trying to like kind of lay a little path of pain here, a little body trail to make sure we've got some stuff to snack on after we grow. It takes a lot of energy to beef yourself up in this style, and that's where we're going. A 2-2-2, which is an interesting arrangement, something I don't typically do, but you guys have seen me win a lot of times. You guys have seen me do my typical lineup a lot of times, my typical setup, so I wanted to be a little different. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a fresh-faced Goliath, a Rock Lord Goliath that focuses on pushing the boulders straight down their backs. We've got some hunters here, and they are all lined up. Now, they're going to do a nice job of lining me up with a Tech Sergeant Blast, but it's not going to work well for you guys to hug the edge of the dome. Pro tip for hunting monsters on the planet Shear: do not group up, do not line up, do not sit by the edge of the dome. Even if you think you've got an epic plan, it's not going to work well. Now, unfortunately for you viewers at home, this is where things are going to go down. Either we're going to lose or we're going to win, and it's going to happen right here. Parnell has decided to engage, and I have said, good day, sir. I welcome the challenge. He is not going to last very long. Rogue Val is trying to keep him alive, doing a nice job of healing, but again, we're Rock Lord Goliath, so when we ignite the rock, you can't do anything. This isn't like the Rock from the movies who plays the same role over and over again. This is a different level of aggression. Daisy is going to be the next victim of our rock there. Actually, we split the difference nicely and got both of them. Flame-broiled lizard. That is what's for dinner in the nest of Goliath. Rogue Val is by herself, and she's not going to last very long. The first round of 2020 is an absolute massacre. The Rock Lord Goliath is ready to rock himself. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below which games you guys are most pumped for in 2020, and if you're going to be playing Evolve this year, like me, the sixth year of Evolve. How crazy is that? Man, not many things you do for 6 years in your life. I mean, some there are, right? You eat, you sleep, do all that, but how many do you rock and roll with the White Tiger Goliath, the Rock Lord Goliath, and get absolute annihilation victories against the Hunter Squad? Honestly, it wasn't a bad team. Their initial dome that they thought would be the rock that tipped the scales in their favor in an extreme fashion, it ended up being the flub that bit them in the butt, and it sealed their fate like an envelope on Valentine's Day very, very early to make sure it arrived on time, and it sure did. Early stage 3 victory, domination victory. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are in a fantastic start to your year. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. Drink some hot chocolate. Until next time, I love you a lot, and we'll see you all later.